All right, hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 9:15 on the 2022. Yes, it's 2/22/2022. And dealing with rain, kind of a yucky day, rain on and off. Though we've gotten a let up in the rain. You can see it's the satellite, obviously, been stuck in the clouds for quite a while here, and it's all due to this large frontal system that we're dealing with right now. So if we go to the CONUS view, you can see it's stretching all the way down from northeast through the Great Lakes into the south. There you go. There's that trailing cold front that we're gonna get through sometime later tomorrow. But we're dealing with a lot of wind right now. Let's just first go to the radar here, and you'll see that the rain has moved on out of the area. Some pretty steady rain that we were dealing with. Looking at the National Weather Service radar loop, you can see that rain is moving out, just slightly lighter rain behind it. And as far as any more rain goes, just very scattered shower activity to our west. So the bulk of the rain is over for the storm. But you see we're dealing with these wind gusts, and there are quite a few out there. Some pretty strong, actually. A 39-mile-an-hour gust reported at JFK. A 32-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at Shirley. So we're getting some strong winds out there. A little bit of an LLJ, not as strong as the last one, but still, it's kind of breezy out there, and it's humid too. Temperatures are in the mid-50s, where they've been all day. 52 with a dew point of 52 at Islip. It's warmer as you head to the west. 58 in Manhattan, and looking at Jersey, 60 right now in Lakehurst. So it's 60 degrees, dew point 54, wind gust to 31 miles an hour if you're in Lakehurst right now. Man, that is ridiculously warm for this hour. And we have a wind gust of 42 miles an hour being reported in Island Heights. So, yeah, the winds are kind of strong out there. Definitely, being out there this evening, you could see the traffic lights moving around and stuff. So let's get to a couple of parameters. Let's look at our precipitation, which we'll start off with. We'll start off with the highs and the lows, I guess, first today. So I'll go to the highs. The lows aren't going to be that impressive. I'm not going to bother with them. But got up to 55 at Islip, 54 at West Hampton. You can see 57, looks like over New Hyde Park. 55 in Manhattan. And, of course, in New Jersey, probably warmer than that. Look at that, 66. Wow. Always hot there, I'm telling you. Always hot. Now we'll go and look at the precipitation. And we will put this back to midnight. So generally around a half an inch. It looks like around 0.45 at Islip, 0.35 at West Hampton. Nothing really too remarkable with the rainfall totals. Wow, a lot less in New Jersey. They hardly got any rain, so it looks like the rain kind of fell more in our area. And they didn't really see that much rain. I guess they were more in the warm sector, and that could explain it, I guess, because this rain we were getting is kind of like a warm frontal rain. So let's go back to our station plot, and we'll look at we'll start with Islip just to give you an idea of what the day was like at Islip. So this is our station plot, and you'll see here the temperatures kind of, this is you can see how they kind of dropped right before. This was last night, and then you can see how they really spiked up today. 52. That's pretty warm. If you look over here, you can see 50s for today, and you can see those south winds freshening up there. But I'm curious to see what it was in. Let's go to New Jersey now, because those are some really impressive numbers out of Jersey. Lakehurst, which we'll use Lakehurst, because they seem to be more of a this is a good site to really pick up the heat. It gets hot here. Look at that. So it was 66. I think the sun might have been out for a little bit there. 66 degrees, and that's crazy. It actually hit 67 according to this in Lakehurst. So, yeah, ridiculously warm over there for sure. That's unbelievably ridiculous. I don't know if any records were broken today, but tomorrow could be a record-breaking day. The Weather Service has a couple of tweets out about that. So let's look at our Weather Service, and you'll see here it says, southerly flow continues for the first half of tomorrow, so the record highs for tomorrow are 72, Newark is 68, LaGuardia 66, JFK 62, Islip 61, and Bridgeport 60. So record high temperatures are expected for most. So tomorrow is going to be a very, very warm day, unseasonably warm. We're going to see a huge burst of warm air ahead of that. Let's see if there were any records broken on the PHL territory today. I don't see anything about that, but let's see. I don't see anything about that. So let's go so I want to go to some power outage reports. Look at this. Oh, we're up to 1,141 customers. Yeah, the winds are starting to cause some power outages out there, which doesn't surprise you. Those winds are pretty strong. Let's see. We have an outage in Newcastle, an outage in Hicksville, an outage in Roosevelt. Not too many on the South Shore, as usual. Few. Most of the outages seem to be in the middle of the island on the North Shore. They usually always are. Though it depends on who gets the wind and where the wind hits. Number of variables. It's just scattered outages. There's got to be one fairly large one, probably somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe it's out east somewhere. But they're reporting 1,000 plus outages right now. Mostly smaller outages. I don't see anything too big over here. Trying to look to see where there might be a large one. Maybe it's Huntington. Yeah, there are a number of them in Huntington. Huntington always has power outages. There's always problems over there with that. And there was also signal trouble in the Oyster Bay branch, too, as well. But, yeah. I don't see any really large outages here that count. I don't see any really large outages. Mostly just smaller ones. Mostly just smaller ones. Just a bunch of smaller ones, I guess. That's 90. Yeah, that's generally the average size. Here's one that's 139. So generally that's the average size of the outages. They're pretty small and scattered. JCP&L also dealing with outages. They're at 740. Mostly not in the shore area. It's mostly up north, believe it or not. Not much in the shore area. There's one outage in Beechwood that could be, well, they don't give an exact number. It says green stands for between 21 and 100. Okay, so let's move on from the power outages and go to the models next. So let's do that. And it's all with this low pressure system here that's going way up into the Great Lakes. That's bringing in the warm air, and it's going to bring in some really warm air tomorrow. And you've seen this before. Cold front moves through later tomorrow afternoon. This high builds in, tries to build in for Thursday, but the next system is already moving up, and we have this chance for snow, and then the snow changes to rain. It really doesn't look like it's going to be a major snowfall at this point, but then once that system moves away, we're dealing with more cold air again. And perhaps the threat right here for another storm system. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But you can see more cold air in the picture to round out the month of February. If we look at the temperature anomaly chart, you'll see we're going to be way above normal tomorrow, and then dropping back to around normal to a little bit below normal on Thursday. Friday, we go back. We're like right around that normal mark. We're kind of on the border of two air masses. You see that. And then Saturday, boom, the cold air comes back into the picture. A little break, and then even really cold air. Monday, February 28th, could be pretty bitterly cold. So let's get a closer look, and let's go to the HRRR and take a look at the precipitation chart on here, and you will see that most of the rain has ended. There'll just be a scattered shower or two, and there could be a slight chance of a scattered shower tomorrow too as well with the cold front. And then other than that, we're dry until the next system comes into the picture, which the HRRR doesn't show. Here it is, right here. You can sort of see it coming into the picture right there. So let's take a look at our airflow, our dew points, and temperatures. So you can see that really warm air coming up, and boy, it is going to be warm. It's going to be humid. This is the southwest flow that we're going to get. You can see the humidity is high, and it really stays high until tomorrow afternoon. And then when the winds go to the west, the dew points start dropping along with the temperatures. And the north flow we have on Thursday, and it becomes northeast, and you can see that other system approaching. So let's look at the HRRR and see what it's estimating for our highs tomorrow. You can see the big difference today, temperatures between Jersey and Long Island. But tomorrow, because we're going to have more of a westerly flow, I don't think we're going to see as much of a sea breeze effect. So you can see we're going to get well into the 60s, possibly close to 70 degrees there's going to be a lot of records broken tomorrow. It's going to be a very warm day, unseasonably warm. And then by the evening, the cold front moves through, and we drop from the 40s into the 30s. By Thursday morning, we're around the freezing mark. And then for Thursday, we have, with not much sun around, we're probably not going to make it too far. Won't make it past the mid-30s at this point. If I go to the GFS and move this along a little more, now let's see what the GFS is estimating tomorrow. Pretty much in agreement with the HRRR. See the colder air. And then just the issue for Friday is these borderline temperatures. But I think it's just warm enough that we're going to avoid the snow. And then the cold air comes in Saturday. Look at that. Only in the 20s. And it's going to stay cold for that after a while. Sunday, mid-30s. And then look at Monday. Monday is going to be one of those bitterly cold days. We may not make it out of the teens. That is going to be really brutal. And it's very cold on Tuesday as well. Winter isn't going anywhere. Let's go to the NAM 12, and let's go and look at the next storm system on the NAM. And we have out to 51 hours on this NAM 12, so let's see. It's not going to take us far enough out, unfortunately, though. I'm going to need the 18Z if I want to go a little further out. It's not really generating a whole lot of precipitation here. Well, actually it is, but you can sort of see that it's got it right on. So Friday morning we got snow and mixed precipitation, changing to rain later on in the day. And let's see how much the total snowfall that this would be. So all the really big snowfalls would be north of us. We would only see a couple of inches that would probably get washed away by the rain afterwards. But north of the city, just north, in the snow, they could see 8 inches to a foot of snow, according to this. So the storm will, if you're interior area of New England, you will probably get or interior area of New York upstate, you're going to get a decent amount of snow with this. And that kind of cements, even if we don't get that much snow on the ground here, it'll kind of help cement the cold air in place for the coming days. Now let's go to the GFS. The GFS still wants to be kind of high on these snow amounts. It's back down a little bit, especially if you're in Jersey, but for Long Island, it still gives Long Island 6 inches. I think it's overdone. Let's go to the icon. Nothing. Icon doesn't give us anything, because if we look at the icon and look at how this tracks on the icon, you can see the warm air kind of surges in pretty quickly. So we still don't have agreement on the models for this event, which of course complicates things. Of course it does. Of course it complicates things. And that makes it hard to make a forecast, and we're still not sure exactly what's going to happen. But I'm still pretty sure we're not going to see that much snow. We'll see, like, it might be an inch on the grass, inch or two on the grass, and then the rain comes and it'll wash it away. At least that's what I think is going to happen right now. But again, things can change. We'll have to wait for the HRRR, and we have to get closer to the event and have more models to work with, because right now we just don't. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'll just put it that way right now. So let's go look at the skies and see when we're going to have some clear sky around here. It's been rather gray today. So let's go. And yesterday there was sunshine and a lot of cirrus, but of course, going through what I was going through there with my body, it had to be dealt with. But as far as tomorrow goes, plenty of clouds. Maybe it clears out later in the day. Maybe there'll be a little bit of clear sky, but then we have more clouds rolling in for Thursday, and then obviously for Friday with that storm system, and then we would have to wait until Saturday before it would clear out, and I'm not even going to go into that right now on too many of these models. This is the NAM, and we go to the 18Z NAM. Show you what tomorrow looks like. See, similar idea. So don't expect that much sunshine tomorrow. As far as there'll be a little bit in the afternoon. There'll be breaks, but it won't be a clear sky, and it's just going to be very warm. Won't even need the sun. The temperatures are going to surge up there. It's going to be a record-breaking day once again. Despite having some cold air this winter, we've still had a lot of warmth, and it's been quite unusual. Let me go to Vent2 Sky, and we'll kind of visualize this warmth. This is the HRRR, and this is a nicer way to look at it. So let's go to tomorrow here. And at 11 a.m. tomorrow, we're already, look at this, already into the 60s. And let's see if it drops at all. Here, 1 o'clock. Still 64, and you'll notice there won't be much of a sea breeze. So unless you're right at the beach, it's going to be pretty warm. And I honestly think some areas could hit 70. Even Jersey could hit 70, but I wouldn't even rule it out on Long Island with that westerly flow. Tomorrow's going to be, I think the record's going to be shattered at most of the sites, except maybe Central Park. Most of them are going to, anyone who doesn't have a record, anyone who has a record of 68 or less, they're going to break it tomorrow, I think. That's my own opinion. It's going to be quite a warm day, and it doesn't really start cooling off until later. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty warm. And, if you like that kind of warmth in the middle of the winter, enjoy it. But it's a little too warm for me this time of the year. It's and there's going to be plenty of clouds around too. So again, this is the interest. A lot of clouds. So imagine if the sun came out and we had plenty of sunshine, it would get it that much warmer. So if the models are a little off with this cloud cover and we have more sunshine, that could really get us into the 70s, which would be quite unusual for February. That would definitely be record territory for almost everybody. So something that has to be looked at. I'll just go to the windy.com site, and I'm going to use this just to visualize the winds that we're going through right now. You can see we're dealing with some of these winds right now, and I'm surprised that they haven't issued a wind advisory. Oh, wait, there is a wind advisory. I knew it. It's in effect until midnight tonight. Yep, wind advisory. There you go. So we'll have to see. We might have some isolated gusts up to 50, so there you go. It's definitely a little more wind than we thought there would be with this. And we're going to get a whole lot of warmth. But the wind does back off. By 6 o'clock, by tomorrow morning, the wind is quieting down, and the temperatures are rising. This is the European model on windy.com. Obviously, I think it's too conservative with these temperatures. It's probably going to be warmer than that. But still see, actually, it's showing less clouds. So it's going to be like more toward the afternoon, I think you'll have clearing skies. But it's going to be really, really, really warm. It's going to be really, like, you won't even need the jacket tomorrow kind of warmth. But by 7 o'clock, your temperatures are dropping. Then you're going to start needing the jacket. 7, 8 o'clock, and the temperature's going to start dropping. And then Thursday we have a dry day, but then we have to watch out. Let's see what the European does with this system here for Friday. So we're going to go to this. And so it's 4 a.m., starts to snow. 7 a.m., changes to rain. And then it's raining. But then we have to watch out for the possibility of possible icing as well with this system. So it's only something you're going to have to be watched. We're not sure. It's still something you need to pay attention to. I'm not too worried about a big snowfall, but if there's ice, that's going to make things quite messy. So yeah, I know. It's hopefully it doesn't turn out to be. Let's see what this thing says with snow now. So next 3 days, it looks like it raised. It's at 3.1 now. So it has a 3.1, and if you go further north, it's still not really showing that much farther north, but it's giving us 3.1. But if you're in Jersey, you're not getting anything. Like Tom's River, you're not going to see anything. It's probably mostly rain, but for a little less further north, there might be some snow to deal with. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. And as far as the skies go, I mean, let's see if it clears it out for Saturday. This is, again, the other model. It looks like it's trying to, so we'll have to see what happens with that. It looks like a clear day. This has been going on. This is like ridiculous already, Just want a clear day. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching.